All right. I don't have a whole lot to say. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some not daily content because I haven't done one of these workouts or one of these videos in a long time. So I do not deserve the concept of saying welcome back to some daily content. Maybe in a week I'll deserve to say that, but right now I don't. Tisk tisk. Shame on you, Jacob. All right, let's go ahead and start this workout. We'll talk about it. We are off in a 3 and a 2 and a 1, and we are getting it. What are we doing here? This is actually my final workout, my final Metcon leading into the 2020 Open. So this was a workout I did 2 weeks ago. A couple Wednesdays ago. The Wednesday before 20.1, so a week and a couple days, right? A week and 2 days. So here we are doing a mix-up of devil's press and some strict handstand push-ups. I'm pretty sure I did some devil's press this morning in a workout. I don't exactly remember what I did last Wednesday, to be honest. I've slept since then, ate since then, and basically it's been a while since then. Anyways, what are we doing here? First of all, we are doing a mix-up. I've done a workout like this before in terms I've combined parallel handstand push-ups and wall balls that I've done a couple times that I don't know if it's on the channel or not, but it's a great workout. I'll talk about that later. But this workout we are doing is a mix of devil's press and strict handstand push-ups. We know strict handstand push-ups are going to be in the Open probably because they were last year. So, in this workout, I am doing 30 devil's press per time at 50 pounds, okay? Those are 50-pound dumbbells. 30 devil's press per time at 50 pounds, and every minute on the minute, including 0, we are doing six strict handstand push-ups. So it's a good mix of lockout and lockout, and what you're probably gonna see is, which I'm not super proud of, and I can discuss that, is probably some really soft elbows. When I say soft elbows, I mean you're probably going to see some devil's press that probably wouldn't count in a competition or wouldn't count in the Open, and I understand that. Like, don't worry, like, not all these reps are going to be absolutely perfect. I get that. The purpose of this workout is to move as fast as we possibly can. It's essentially like, imagine sprinters, right? So sprinters train, they run on flat ground, you know, they run up hills. But one thing you actually can do is run downhill. It's called like an overtraining and overstimulus. And the purpose of that is to get their body used to going faster than they normally should go so their mind can comprehend that and their body can get used to that, right? So I would consider this to be something somewhat similar, right? We're overtraining here, meaning we're using two very, very similar movements. We're moving at a very, very fast pace. Some of these reps are probably not absolutely perfect. I'm okay with that. The idea is, let's see how far we can push ourselves and let's see what my body can take, right? And let's see if my mind, you know, if we're comparing back the sprint to training, if my mind can keep up with my body, right? So like I mentioned, we're doing 30 devil's press with 6 handstand push-ups, strict handstand push-ups every minute on the minute. When I started this workout, Andrew went before me, and I can't remember his time for this first part of the workout, but I thought to myself, I want to get 8 to 10 reps every time on the strict handstand push-ups, and then I want to give myself a little bit of rest. So usually if you tell me, hey Jacob, let's do some devil's press per minute, and again, this is something you should know as an athlete, right? If I tell you we're gonna do some devil's press, you should be able to tell me right off the bat how many devil's press you can do per minute at a really fast pace, like sprint pace, and also at a slower, controlled pace, like you're doing maybe 5 minutes of this kind of concept. And so for me, if you ask me, okay, Jake, we're gonna do devil's press and we're gonna do a lot of them in a minute, I can tell you that I could probably do 10 in a minute. It's a pretty good click. I might be able to go 12 if I'm sprinting, but 10 is kind of my max. And you know, if I'm going at a lackadaisical pace, probably 8 is probably a good lackadaisical pace. And then if you're doing some strict handstand push-ups, and you've got yourself a whole nother ballgame. So I believe I finished in this minute. Okay, so that's 30, 352. And this is a 2-part workout. So we're actually gonna rest 1 minute, and we're actually gonna come back and do the opposite. So this is kind of an inverse workout. So, like I mentioned, it's an inverse workout. I just said that. You're gonna do, Jacob. Who cares? Anyway, so now we're doing 4 devil's press on the minute, every minute, including 0. And the goal is to get 30 strict handstand push-ups. So the first one we did was goal-oriented toward devil's press. with the on-the-minute penalty being shook handstand push-ups, and now we flip it, right? We took a 1 minute rest, we flipped it, and now we're saying 30 shook handstand push-ups for time, and every minute on the minute, including 0, we're doing 4 devil's press. You might ask yourself, okay, well you did 6 shook handstand push-ups and 4 devil's press. Well, it's because the time duration for 6 shook handstand push-ups is pretty low compared to 4 devil's press, right? If I did 6 devil's press, I probably would still be doing this workout. So now what we're trying to find out is upper body endurance, and that's what this workout is all about for upper body pressing, right? I've always been semi-decent at upper body pressing endurance, but this is a workout that really tests it. Like, we're really trying to find out what can I do for upper body endurance. I mean, I'm just transitioning back and forth, not a whole lot of rest, especially as it relates to the lockout position, right? And these are actually, to be honest, like I mentioned overtraining in the beginning of the video, these reps are actually right now not too shabby. Now, again, this is like my second set. You know, I took a 1 minute rest. They're probably gonna get better, but they're not terrible. They're not like, oh my gosh, like those are some sketchy reps. Like, I don't think I'd ever turn that in. They're not too shabby at all. Approaching this workout, this 30 strict handstand push-ups for time, I thought maybe I could do it in 2 minutes, meaning do a large set and then break it up into a smaller set for the set of 30. I think my first set of strict handstand push-ups for the first minute I did this workout, this portion right here, I think I did like 18? I don't know, I'm not counting right now. Like, Andrew's off the camera counting for me right now. I obviously am not counting whatsoever for myself, because I can't do that. So I mean, like, even these reps are, even though strict handstand push-ups are not great, they're not great for a standard, and that's okay. Like, that's not the goal we're trying to get out of this. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I had 2 strict handstand push-ups left I had to do, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? This is actually a great workout to kind of create inverse. They pick 2 movements. They don't have to be 2 movements that are very correlated. They can be 2 movements that are completely different. But this is a great workout in doing inverse, right? Seeing if you're good at something for time with an on-the-minute penalty, and then taking a rest, and then rotating and flipping it. One good version of this I've actually done in the past involves wall balls and parallel handstand push-ups. That's also a really good one. I don't know why, but I've always done a workout like this, and it always involves some kind of inverted movement of handstand push-ups, whether it's strict handstand push-ups or it's parallettes. But to me, it's a good mix. But anyway, so it's a good mix, I think. For the wall balls and the parallel handstand push-ups, it was very similar, except it's 75. So it's another great workout if you guys want to take some advice before you go. I think the workout I've done in the past is I do 75 parallel handstand. I'm sorry, that's too many. I think I do 75 wall balls for time at a 30, and every minute on the minute I do some amount of parallel handstand push-ups. I think it's like 3 or 4. And then I rest, and then I come back and I do some amount of parallel handstand push-ups, some amount of parallel handstand push-ups, and on the minute I do a wall ball penalty. I think the wall ball penalty is usually 5. I do not do 75 parallel handstand push-ups. That would take way too long. Usually it's like 50 or something like that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that guys helped you out. Kind of the concept of how to do inverse workouts, how to program that. Great workout, really fun. My final workout for the open. Hopefully strict handstand push-ups come up with the open. I just finished 20.2, so we'll find out. Anyways. So we're just coming back to 2 reps. Worst part of the workout. Come back for 2 measly reps.